Hey guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my channel. I have something exciting. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I've been racking my brain on what kinds of things I can do for a YouTube video to kind of demonstrate my scrapbook papers I have in my shop. These are my hand-painted digitals that I have. They're about, I think they're 55 cents a piece. That way you can pick which colors you want. You can do a mix and you don't have to get like each separate color. I love, these are my favorite things more so than any of my die cuts because I love cutting out shapes and ripping them up and making them into backgrounds. So what I thought, at first I was thinking tags, but then I thought, oh my gosh, what about those vintage old Magic Slate toys that we used to have? I don't know if you guys remember those, but they were gray and you could draw something on it with this red plastic pin thing, and then you can then lift up the sheet and the image erases and you can start over. So I was like, I wonder if I can make something similar, like inspired by that, out of like scrapbook paper and, you know, different little things, and staple them together and kind of make a card that looks like the shape of one. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm not going to do everything in this first video, but right now what I'm doing, I grabbed some cardstock and I'm deciding what size of the card I want to have. So this is less than half of a page, a regular page. And what I'm doing here is I'm going to make my pattern. So what I basically, for the top of the Magic Slate board, and I'm going to make all kinds of different shapes. And so I'm just getting a little sliver of paper, folding it in half, and then kind of drawing a random shape. So I'm going to cut that out so that it's equal on both sides. And then I'm going to open it up and use that as my pattern piece. And you can see I'm going to draw it on the top of the Magic Slate board, and then I'm going to cut that out. So the tops are going to have different decorative shapes at the top. If you go and do a Google search of these Magic Slate toys, a lot of them had a basic shape. It was a really simple one, but you can find a few that had these decorative shapes at the top. So I thought that would be a little more interesting since we're, you know, junk journalers and we like, you know, different shaped cards and, you know, with scallops and things like that. So I'm just doing a simple kind of scallop shape, and I'm gonna be tracing that, and then I'm gonna cut that out. So if you guys do a Google search for these, remember there's going to be a hole punched at the top. So I'm going to be leaving some room at the top. So what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to start covering these up with my pattern paper. So just basically start collaging the papers. And you can see I'm just doing several different designs. That's a simple one. That's one that kind of resembles most of these vintage Magic Slate toys. So this is your basic shape here. And just be careful to account for the size of your pad that you're going to have, and make sure you're leaving enough space for your pad part. And then, like, so you can have a design at the top that's visible. It'll make more sense as I as I create this. So here I'm looking through my stash, my Halloween and fall stash. This cat here is so cute. It's from Micah from Better Day Boutique. I ordered some cute stickers from her, and she drew something very lovely on the envelope, so I'm gonna be using that. And that potion bottle is made by Lydia from February and June, so I want to incorporate these together. She has a beautiful printable on her Etsy of these potion bottles, and that one is beautiful. I don't know if you can really tell in the picture, but it's a pretty pink and coral color. And I printed her potion bottles on hammer mill bright white something or other cover paper. And it's really soft and it's a thicker paper. And so I printed all my collage pages on that as well. So here I'm just gathering all my oranges. I have golds and oranges available, and just kind of laying out a design, just doing ripping and seeing what looks the best. And I'm using my Fabri-Tac. I have been using my Fabri-Tac for collage for a long time. I hate using glue sticks, and the Fabri-Tac makes it so that the paper doesn't buckle, the collage paper. I wonder if any other people that do collage even know of this glue. Usually they're using Oohoo sticks or Yes paste and stuff like that. And I don't know, I've just learned this from junk journaling. The Fabri-Tac helps. It basically bonds most everything. So here's another magic card I'm going to work on. And this one I'm going to have some purple vibes. These are also available on my Etsy shop for 55 cents per download, and you can print as many copies as you want. And that's the great thing about having these printables. And that paper I'm going to use is by TuCaseDePapel. And she is a wonderful artist who incorporates a lot of Mexican culture, design, and colors and traditions into her printables. So I love her work. So I've got some of her pages, and I'm going to incorporate those flower pieces in the corner of this. So I'm just kind of picking out colors that I think would go well. That one is from my reds collection, and this one, that one's from my purple collection. So from here on out, I'm just gonna kind of rip and snip. That's actually what I call my collage pages, are rip and snip pages. And I'm gonna just kind of see where they look good. And you can see I'm taking her page and getting the corner of it. And I'm just gonna try out different places and rips and things like that. And I know I'm kind of out of the video frame a little bit. I think later on I move my project up so you can see better. That's so hard to keep track of when you're working. But anyway, how have you guys been doing? Are you having lovely weather? Are you doing any spooky season activities? I can't believe October has gone by so fast. And I always kind of feel guilty around holidays because I always feel like I don't do as much or enough to celebrate or slow down or enjoy. And time just kind of passes by pretty quickly. So I hope to fit in some activities, and we haven't even ordered our Halloween costumes yet. So it's a mess. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys are up to and what kind of projects you've been working on. I would love to hear about it. I've been but experimenting with melting down different plastic bags and cellophane packs and molding it into one piece. And I'm calling it Plaper or Plabric or something. It makes a really strong, thick material, so I'm hoping to keep experimenting with it and show you guys what I can come up with. So here I'm still kind of trying out different things and seeing what looks good. I'm finding spots for the stickers that Micah made. And what I'm trying to do is to keep things relatively towards the edge of the card, so that once we put our pad, our magic slate pad, you can still see images peeking out through the sides. And I really enjoyed making these papers. I love the whole process of sitting down and intuitively painting and making marks on different types of paper. And I just thought they were so lovely, and it's so time consuming. And I figure not everybody has the time to sit down and make all of their painted papers or their collage fodder. So I just thought it would be a cool idea to make it, you know, for people that have less time. And it's just a really quick way to create a quick background, and then you can add your own elements on top of that. So it's kind of like a collaborative art in a way. And so I really love doing that. And I hope to make some Christmas papers and to also fit those into die cuts, you know, again. But we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about having collage papers done by other people. Is it something that you're interested in, or would you rather make your own? And again, here I'm making sure that I have some elements on the edge so that they can peek out once I put the magic pad down. And I'm looking at this, and I think the 2 cat stickers I just put down are kind of blending in too much with that orange page in the background. So when this happens, I grab a marker and I color that white outlined edge just to make those stickers pop, because they have a white border around them. So you can see the paint flows on the ripped parts of those pages. So it's really easy to just color on those pieces and not have them drip or run onto the other parts of your paper. You can also do this with acrylic paint and a paintbrush. So there, it's not perfect, but I think you can see the stickers more. And these are really cool when you can work on multiples at a time. I'm very proud of how they look so far. But yeah, definitely work on multiples, because they each have to dry. If you're gluing a piece that overhangs an edge, I would, you know, turn them upside down so they don't get stuck on the stuff below, and just go to the next one and work on the next one. I think in the next video, I will think about what kind of elements to add next to these cards. My mixed media experience and knowledge is not that great compared to a lot of other people who use, you know, spray inks and texture paste and gilded wax, you know, all this crackle medium, things like that. I've just kind of stuck with collage, you know, and maybe stamps and distressing edges and things like that. So I'm trying to get better and have more knowledge of this. So I do have gilded wax. I might experiment with the edges. You can also, I love dribbling inks on top of projects too. That's like the extent of what I've done, and using acrylic paint to make some marks. Jana Clenard Harris on Instagram, she does these acrylic blobs, I guess, where she'll just pour a little bit and she lets it dry. And the other day I was experimenting with that, and I dropped like a piece of acrylic paint on the surface I was working on, and then I blew on it, and it made it spread into this like flat blob. It kind of looked like a wax seal almost. So that's something else that you could do as an extra extra layer of media. So yeah, tell me what kind of ideas you guys think. What else could you add to these before you start with your you know, mixed media page pad? What else would you do? So here I'm trying to see what I can do with the grays. I think my favorite papers are the grays. Oh my gosh, they look like planets or moons. I absolutely love them. This magic board is like my least favorite because I feel like the top looks like feet. And I'm just like not digging that at all. Like I do not like feet. You guys let me know what you think about that. You guys know about toe shoes? Have you seen people wearing toe shoes? No offense to anybody who's watching that wears toe shoes. That's something I would never do. I would never wear those because I don't know. I don't like feet. I don't even like my own. So guys, tell me what your stance on that is. So just still gluing away. And once that dries, I'm going to carefully cut the back so I can still see the shape at the top. Oh, I love that paper so much. Oh my goodness. It just inspires me to make a ton of space and night sky and moon and star art. And that's just what I've been thinking about lately. I don't know why. I've also been thinking about the ocean, like being on the sea at nighttime and just seeing a huge moon and stars. I don't know why I've been thinking about that. But you guys let me know what kind of things have been motivating you, or what has been your muse. What have you been inspired by lately? This cute girl is a kitschy image, vintage image, and she's got some blue in her skirt, so that's what made me think to make a blue card, and I just love it. I think it looks so sweet and cute. These colors together. So when you're doing collage, make sure to balance your piece. So if you have some pink on the left, make sure you have some pink on the right, and make sure that you repeat your elements throughout, and then it'll have like it'll look good to the eye. So I think I'm gonna stop here for today's video, and I'm gonna pick up the next part of this project. So you guys let me know what you think, and if you want to follow along. Thanks for watching as always. It's so generous to have your time. Thanks, and see you next time. Bye.